Hey guys, Kilroy here. Today we're going to be doing a review of the Irene Adaptive Sling, this episode of The Loadout. You guys have probably seen our recent gameplay footage featuring guys from MissionSpec. Well, a while back, MissionSpec are the people that created the Irene Adaptive Sling. This is by far the best 1 to 2 point conversion sling on the market. It's used by real world operatives and SWAT teams all over the place. So if it's good enough by the real world guys, it's definitely good enough for what we do in Airsoft. When you open your sling, first thing you'll see is the MissionSpec patch. We've given over almost 100 of these away at Midnight Harvest this year. I wear one on my hat, as you can tell, most of the time. Next, you'll see a very detailed set of instructions on how to attach the buffer tube mount, how to size the IAS, and 1 to 2 point instructions. Finally, you have the AIS itself. Right away, you'll probably notice the 2 unique steel mash hooks. The great thing about these is they're very easy to use when you put gloves on. So when you're playing in the winter, you have your thick, heavy gloves on, you can still use the IAS. The IAS has redundant friction locks that make sure that once you have the sling sized and in place to where you want it, it won't rubber it back to that position. You may notice the clasp right in the middle of the sling. This will allow the operator to get completely away from the sling and not just weapon, in the event the operator's weapon is pinned in a real world situation. The IAS comes size standard for M4 link carbines. This thing is currently in T&E with several SWAT teams, as I stated earlier. T&E, testing and evaluation. So some teams are using it, some teams are just still using testing it to make sure it's what they want for their duties. All materials in this sling are Berry compliant. Berry compliant means that it will be available during U.S. times of war. If you're after a U.S. government contract, Berry compliance is required for those items. I'm not good with the 1 to 2 point action myself, but after minimal practice you can look as good as this guy. But that's our quick and dirty review of the Irene Adaptive Sling. A couple of us on the team have one. I love mine. I own 2 of them. I use it on my M4 quite a bit. So guys, check it out. Go over to MissionSpec.com. You can get yours for $39.95. MissionSpec's been a MAKO partner for quite a long time. So get over there, show them some love, get a MAKO MissionSpec patch, and until next time, mags out, safety's on.